What's up, my dudes? We got us another planet review of No Man's Sky. So this one looked pretty interesting from a distance, but you just never know. Sometimes they can be totally different once you get down on them there. But dude, I feel like the actual pirates out in space are a little bit over time. I think that they should, kind of feather that off just a little bit. Man, it seems like every time I fly to a planet that's any sort of distance, the pirates show up. It's like every single time. But coming through the clouds, have a feeling this might be more shroomy-esque planet here. It's kind of looking like a hot planet from some of the plants. That's what it's looking like so far. I'm liking this Grand Canyon here. Let's go ahead and land. Let's try to land down in the Grand Canyon. I think I'm still on the top, but that's okay. Oh, okay, I'm not going to look. Not going to look at what's here. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. Okay. Oh, wowzers. That's a deep canyon, and I'm falling into it. Okay, we're alive. So, you see all this sort of, like this dust or steam or whatever. Oh yeah, definitely a hot planet. You see all this steam that I don't remember that being in the very first stages of No Man's Sky. And there's these little almost rock objects or whatever that can emit steam now, like actual objects emitting steam. So that was just something cool that I'd seen on a planet that I didn't ever recognize when No Man's Sky first came out. I don't think that was in there. I think that's something they've kind of added in the backdrop, and they've been doing a lot of stuff like that, man. So, hot planet, got to keep that in mind. There may not even be any creatures on this planet. Not sure. It's a cool planet. Never seen one quite like that. Some of the plants on the upper decker were definitely looking similar to what I've seen before, but man, they need to fix this variation of where the caves and stuff, like, woo! These things right here, there are way too many of those. And those things, and where's those little cubicle, or I mean spheric looking things. Now, see, when you get into things like that, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a rock like that. And you get into rocks like this, kind of cool, a little bit different, but there's too many of those stalagmites. What the heck is that thing? Oh my gosh. I didn't even know if that was a creature at first. I was like, is that a rock? Why are the rocks moving? This is awesome, dude. What a creature. Wow. I've seen something similar in the way that it's moving, but as far as like the design of the creature, I've never seen anything like that. Look at the eyes are moving on it. Like the eyes are actually moving position. But it looks like a rock. This shit's crazy. This creature looks like it like blends into its environment. This is crazy, dude. I don't think you would have ever seen a creature like this in the very beginning stages of No Man's Sky. And there's a baby one too. Wow, dude, this is just crazy. Look at that thing. I'm trying to get a screenshot of it. I got him a little bit there bouncing around. I honestly didn't think there would even be any creatures here. Wow, dude. That's a baby one. What are we going to name it? Let's see what that thing looks like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that happens sometimes when some of the creatures and stuff, you can't even see what they look like properly. That's definitely a bug that they need to fix. And even both of those things, I don't think they look quite like that. But, see, it's not finding the actual model. That's probably because the eyes are actually moving on the creature. I can't explain that. That's I didn't think that was possible. An actual, or maybe they're not moving. Maybe it's just the whole creature's like skin itself is moving. I don't know. That is the craziest thing. That's probably one of the craziest creatures I've ever seen in No Man's Sky. This is what No Man's Sky is all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about what is there to do on the planets. I've heard that so many fucking times. This is what it's about. Discovering something you never imagined before in a video game. That's what it's all about. And they're disappearing on me. Oh my gosh. Okay, what are we going to name? They never stop for long enough to really get a good look at them. But they are rad, dude. Shape-shifting eye, psychedelic Look at these things, man. Okay, we got to name this something. There was 2? What? Dipton, Mapray, Dipiton. What the? They're different weights. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy what I just did here. So I discovered 2, you know, most time when you discover a creature that is like a baby version or an elderly version, it'll only discover that one creature, and then sometimes you have like the creatures that'll have something like a different spine on their back, and then it kind of considers it a different creature, but these creatures looked identical, but that one just looks smaller. So it's almost like I discovered 2 totally different... That's not a baby version. That is the solid, normal version of that creature. I'm pretty certain. Because they're 2 totally different creatures. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. What are we going to name? Dude, I've never seen a creature like that in a cave. I only thought that crabs spawned in caves. You know those little crab-like creatures? Like crab spider-looking creatures? I thought that was the only thing that spawned in a cave. So No Man's Sky just totally duped me. I don't know. They must have recently changed that, dude, because I did not think that was possible. All right, what are we going to name it? Shape-shifting eyes. Morphing. Morphu. Morphilu. I love it, dude. Morphilu. Now, what the heck am I going to name that? Morphilu Baby Edition? Oh, my gosh. I thought that was just a baby version. Got some emerald. That looked cool in the background for sure. What a crazy creature. But see that plant right there? That is identical to the plant they showed in the trailers. Like, identical. But I'm not hating. I've already seen enough on this planet to really blow my mind to a certain degree. And I don't even think there's any creatures. I need to be careful and not get too far away from my ship here. Need to keep that in mind. Oh, the vines. Yes, the vines. And that's something else they could add, you know, is maybe have like where certain creatures can spit certain things at you, or just different like combat elements like that, and make it to where, you know, not every one of those little vines, seems like those vines are a little bit repetitive, the vines that actually come out and attack you, and they all look identical. That needs a little bit of variation work for sure, just in the amount. Like I should not see an attacking vine on every single planet. That just should not happen. And I know it's not on every single planet, but it's too repetitive, and they need to look more different than they do currently. But what a creature that was. That just made this planet for me, dude. That was insane. I mean, I've just never seen a creature like that, especially in a cave. You know, that's what makes it all the better. I literally thought the only thing you would find in caves is those little 8-legged creatures. What an experience this planet has already been. And think about it, guys. I've only been in, like, a small little portion of the planet in this one little crater. There's like 5 million craters throughout. So let's see if we can, first of all, get up this hump. But yeah, it would be cool if, like, you know, there was tiers to your launcher, your jetpack, like I was saying before, and they can make it to where the lower tiers of the jetpack, you couldn't actually climb up the rocks like this. So you actually had to, like, walk your way. You were forced to walk around to get back to your ship or whatever. Cool elements like that they could add. And they did add where you can actually mine resources from the air. Certain resources. What is that right there? I have no idea. But you can mine certain resources from the air. I know you can mine carbon. So that would be like plant type. So you can get it from the air, which is definitely something we all wanted to see. It's kind of hard for me to... My aim is a little off here or something. But yeah, I think... I don't know. They kind of got to figure out a balance to that. I do believe that, you know, you don't want... people to just only mine in the air. I think there has to be a balance to everything. But look at the craters, dude, and the canyons, I should say. Not really a crater, more like a Grand Canyon. Look how cool, though. I mean, it's, you know, you got your canyons down here, and then you come up over here on this hillside, and it's going to be somewhat different. Look at this. See how it's more flat right here? Let me go ahead and land. So this is what I'm talking about in their variation. They've changed, like when No Man's Sky first came out, all you would see on this whole planet is those same canyon-looking things over there. But now they've added the variation of like how the terrain can be formed, not only in just like an overall sense, but like a planet can have multiple different types of terrains throughout the planet. So it's way more interesting to actually go to different parts of the planets now. This is a sick plant. Look at this thing. Wow. That is cool. And it matches that creature. See, there's some kind of like symbolic sense that everything makes on these planets. I don't know how they ever managed to do that, but that is one cool thing. What a plant, though. This is the kind of plants I want to see in No Man's Sky. Like, cool stuff like that, man. That is amazing. So was that the only creature on this entire planet? If that's the case, that is rad. And it's not. There's one over here, but that's cool too. Got some flying creatures. Let's see what those guys look like. See, they had a little bug where it was like hella hard to scan a flying creature. You had to basically perfectly snipe it. Some of you day one No Man's Sky dudes will know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is really similar to the kind of standard bird model that I've seen before, and that doesn't... Those look red in the sky. Maybe that's just the lighting, but, so got us some chill critters right here. Another little guy running, so pretty, quite a few creatures, but what's cool is, see, when I landed down in that cavern, I didn't see hardly any creatures. Like, none. So I kind of thought it was non-existent. Then I hop up here on the more plainsy part of the planet, and there's creatures everywhere. Man, their variation is getting interesting, dude. It's getting really, really cool. So there is heat on this planet. Not too bad, though. Definitely not too bad. The creatures don't seem too difficult. So I'm thinking your difficulty is going to be more medium. Definitely medium range on this planet. What a creature that thing was, though. My gosh. Now, what is that? Is that a trade terminal out here in the middle of nowhere? That's cool. Man, what a creature, though. I can't get over that. That thing was crazy. It was bouncing, but yeah, I've seen them bounce like that, but I've never seen a creature like morphing its body parts as you look at it. And that's what we expected. You know, that we're starting to get more of those things we expected from day one, man. They're bringing it in slowly but surely, man. It's coming. I'm not messing around either. Like, it's starting to show its face. No Man's Sky is getting really cool. See what word we get here. Units. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to fly. Okay, yeah, that's that little dude. Little armadillo dude. Let's hop back in the ship right quick. So I'm going to give this planet a... Dude, that little creature, that was so awesome. I've got to give this planet a 9 overall just for that. I mean, honestly, that was amazing. I'd never seen something morph like that as you look at it. Like, look at all the different little... There's a ton of different buildings and stuff on this planet. It's kind of cool. Didn't really go into any of them, but I guess I could turn around and see what's in this one. But, I mean, they were everywhere. Like, I was seeing all kinds of stuff like this. Got an interesting pink, like, really hot pink dirt. And see, then you come over here, and you've got more of a plains, and then something that's like your basic grass. This may be where I can build a base. I'm not really sure. They desperately need to make it, and I'm sure this is coming soon, because I know they already made an update where you can ride the vehicles on any planet, not just your home planet, but they desperately need to make it to where you can build a base pretty much anywhere. But it's going to... See, that's probably what this is. That's probably why it's so flat, and it looks a little bit different, because that's right where you build a base. What an interesting planet, though. There's some more of those guys. Oh, my gosh. Look. So they're not just... Oh, this is crazy. So they're not just in the caves, but they're also outside. I didn't actually think that was possible for them to live in the caves and outside. That dude looks kind of cool. Wow, that is the creature of this planet, though. So, now there's some baby versions of that. But, yeah, you should be able to build your base definitely on any planet you want to, but I mean, even further, you should be able to build it anywhere you want to. So, but yeah, I'm giving this planet, like I said, 9 overall. Cool design, hot, not too hot though, so creatures don't seem too dangerous. There could be 1 or 2 on here that I just haven't come across yet, but difficulty is going to be in your medium range just because of the heat factor. But yeah, dude, overall pretty sick planet. So what are we going to name it? Name it time. In limited sentinel, so that was kind of cool. Heat, hot, Hotuvermaz. Hotuvermaz. That's a crazy name. The last part of it doesn't make any sense, but we can rock with it. It's good enough. Hotuvermaz. Wow. So I want to let you guys know that I have all of my different playlists on my front page, whether it be game-specific playlist or series-specific playlist. So if you're looking for any particular game or particular series that you want to watch, I have it all laid out there in a pretty organized manner on my front page. There is a link in the description to donate to me if you want to support me, and if you can't or you just don't want to, I totally understand. That's why it's completely optional, but I will be listing my top 10 donators at the end of every single future video, and I will shout out every new donator at the end of a video, even if they're not top 10. And my email address is spencerturley@live.com, no space, no capital, and I do accept sponsorship offers. And you guys should also follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Steam, all that different stuff at Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Later, dudes.